Hello everybody. Today we're going to replace a lid switch for a Speed Queen commercial washer. So don't go anywhere and I'll show you how you do it. So this is a coin operated Speed Queen commercial washer. So what's going on? People come and try to use the washer and nothing happens. They put the money here and nothing is activated inside. So we're gonna check why. First of all, you have to make sure that your outlet is working. So plug something else like a lamp or a radio so you know that it's working. So now we're gonna turn it on, activate, put some coins, or turn the switch on here. And make sure that your control board has lights on. Once your control has lights, that means it has power. And now nothing happens. We already pressed this button to run a cycle and nothing is happening. I can hear the lid switch on and off, but we have to make sure that it's working. To access the lid switch, we have to remove these two. We have to remove the front of this cover where the controls are, and there's two screws, one here and one there, so we have to remove them. Then grab the faceplate and just put it down. And this is your lid switch. It has two wires to it. And when you lift the lid, it goes off. And when you put your lid down, the switch makes right here. So how do we know if the switch works? Right now the lid is closed, so there should be power in this wire, which there is, and there's no power in this on this side of the switch, so the power is not going back to the control. We should have power here and power here, so there is not, so we have to replace the switch. Since we're going to replace the switch, we're going to make sure that we disconnect the equipment. Make sure that your control board light is off. And now we're going to remove the switch. We're going to replace it. The first thing we're going to do is remove the two wires of the switch. To gain access to the switch, we have to put this cover back because we're going to flip the lid. So we're going to put it there. So we put the lid, the cover back, and we have to lift the lid. This part, we have to lift it. So to do that, we have to remove two screws at the bottom. That's number two. Number two. And now we have to remove the lid. We're gonna grab it from the bottom and just pull towards you and it'll come out. Wow, what is this? Green stuff. Oh my gosh. Maybe somebody washed a clown. Now, if you look up and under, there are two screws, one here and one on the other side. So we're going to remove those two screws. That's one. And now that we remove the two screws here, we're going to push the lid up. I cannot lift it up because this is the money box and there's screws attached to the body. So for this case, for this machine, yours might not be the same. For this one, I have to remove all my controls. I remove 2 of the screws that is holding the chassis to the lid. So let's do that. And you see those 2 screws? Those are the ones I'm talking about. So we're gonna remove those 2 security screws with a 7/16 nut driver. Okay. So we're gonna lift up, and you have to be careful. And you're gonna hold it, and that's the switch. So we're gonna use a 1/4-inch nut driver. You can move the drum, the top to the side, so you can access to it. So before we remove the switch assembly, we're gonna open the door, because right now this lever is preventing us from removing it. So once we open the door, that's gonna go up, and then we can remove this switch and then unhook it, and that's it. So this is the switch we're gonna put in there. It's not the same, it's a different switch, but it works the same assembly. So we order one and it takes 2 weeks. So this is from an older machine, and we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna install this. Nut driver, 1/4-inch nut driver. And when we close the lid, it has to be activating this switch, just like that. So now we're gonna put it back. So we're gonna put our screws back for safety so they don't steal the money. We're gonna do the control, and now we're gonna go back here. Now we're gonna gain access here again to connect. Since I stole the switch from another machine, I had to replace the connectors. They were 3/16 and now these are female 1/4 of an inch. So we're gonna put the switch back. It doesn't matter which wire goes where. So now we're gonna put our cover back. And now we're gonna test. I just activated the switch, and let's wait for that. Oh, do you hear that? It's working. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next video.